Hello, this is Beau speaking, and we have here, yes, this is a Bach Keyboard Suite. This one would be the D minor English Suite. English Suite number, is it 6? I think so, because it's been a minute. I cannot remember. Yeah, I was right. Suite number 6. Now, that wasn't the one I was going to go for first. In fact, I wasn't going to go for English suites. I was going to go for French suites. And let's see where I can. Number 6 is E major. And there are things about this that. Here's the Givatt. And here we have, it's a 3-voice composition, a bass, an alto, and a soprano, the way it looks at the beginning. You could argue that it's bass, tenor, and alto, or bass, tenor, soprano later, depending on how the voices move, but low, middle, and high, right? And they might even cross, but I don't think they do in this piece. No, they come close. Here's the thing, though. There are successive dissonances in the strict polyphonic behavior of J.S. Bach's keyboard suites, 3-voiced keyboard suite movements, that distinguish them from every other Baroque suite movement composer, be it Handel or Telemann or anybody else. Domenico Scarlatti, it is true, wrote radical effects and percussive and homophonic special effects that were quite far out in his time, but he was not writing in a strictly polyphonic fashion very often at all, and when he did, it still does not. Okay, can you see here? Frequently, it is this middle voice. Here we have an A in the bass, a B, a major ninth above it, and a G sharp, a major sixth above that B. If we octave displace it, it would be a A, a B, and a G sharp. And that resolves as a sort of melodic suspension to the third, from the major 7th to the major 3rd here, but there is still this major 2nd in between the tonic, this new tonic, or temporary tonic, if you will. But then the cluster of major seconds there, A, B, and C sharp, moves outwards in the upper 2 voices, contrary motion, and moves down so that there is now double octave displacement in these, interval between these voices, these 3 voices, but this is a diminished 5th. So a diminished 5th is a relative dissonance. So this is a significant dissonance that then resolves, and then also in short order, because of the voice leading here, we have even greater dissonances on downbeats. This one is less dissonant than this one, but this one is more dissonant than that one. That one includes the doubling of this pitch up at the octave here. And then this begins to reorient us, but very soon right after is a chromatic direct modulation from here to there. Okay, so, and this is a dissonance here until it is resolved. I'm pointing at my phone, sorry, not at the page. This middle voice here, particularly on that beat, my goodness, the way this all, it resolves, there's such twisted complexity, and yet it is not inaccessible music. Just technically speaking, it's very far out. So, and this is only one example. What I'm trying to assert is that Bach, J.S. Bach, is distinguishable because of this precise feature. And it is elsewhere in his keyboard suite movements. I need to find a way to go over them and point out these instances quickly, and then to show that Handel, for example, does not have this in his keyboard suites, or Telemann. Okay, it just doesn't. It just isn't there. They have their own styles and things that they do, but it is considerably simpler polyphonically. So. At any rate, I find that interesting, and I don't know if it's discussed very often. I do know that Bach's polyphonic complexity is discussed by music theorists in his entire output, certainly not limited to the keyboard suites. But that happens to be my area of precise expertise. The Well-Tempered Clavier and several other pieces that are different from the suite movements of Bach, you can point to some of these same things, but in fact, he threw everything in the kitchen sink in the Well-Tempered Clavier. The keyboard suites are slightly more conservative to start with, yet they go further out in terms of these successive dissonances, or the way he piles some dissonances on top of each other and then shifts to an only slightly less dissonant place in order to eventually resolve it, and then shift on a dime immediately thereafter. That just doesn't happen much in the other keyboard composers of the day. So, and I suspect in any other métier as well of that era of the late Baroque. So, peace out.